Hello, beautiful creatures of the world, and welcome back to Coffee with Kerri-Lynn. It is a beautiful day in the Crown of Maine and the Great White North up along the Canadian border, and we hope you are having a beautiful day too, no matter where you are, no matter what time of day it is. I hope you guys are seizing the opportunities of your day. I call it the say yes to the dress moments. I hope you are saying yes to all the positive opportunities that come across your plate, because the only thing that we regret in life, ladies and gentlemen, is the opportunities that we say no to, that we refuse, that we let slip through our fingers. We always regret those opportunities. I would also like you guys to just kind of put the devices away at some point today and go outside and commune with nature. I don't care if it's daytime, nighttime, sunny, rainy, windy, middle of the night, little cloudy. Just go out there. Don't do this when you're driving your car. Keep your eyes open, but you can roll down your window if you're driving, because people are busy. They got to get places to go. Inhale, and when you exhale, let all the stress, the anxiety, and the weight of the world on your shoulders go with that exhale. Listen to the birdies, observe nature, commune in nature, because honestly, it is the best medicine for your mind, body, and soul. With that, I'm fired up. Ladies and gentlemen, these are live pre-recorded segments. I would like to be live. I need 50 subscribers to go live. My goal was middle of March. I wanted 50 subscribers. I have 42 amazing subscribers. What are my subscribers doing for me? They are just supporting me morally, because I am not able to be monetized. I do not have 1,000 subscribers. I do not have 4,000 viewer hours, nor do I have 10 million views on my shorts, although my shorts are funny. So we take the long form segment, chop them up, put them to music, put them up as shorts. I'm a funny girl, so go watch my shorts. Give me a like on them. What I'd like you to do, ladies and gentlemen, is to get me to 50 subscribers so I can do lives. We have a lot of shows planned for lives, but they need to be done under an actual live broadcast. Most importantly for my lives, I want my channel to be able to work the way I envisioned it. We sit down, we have a cup of coffee together, and we have idea exchange. We have a conversation, me and you. And I can only do that when I have 50 subscribers. So please, I'm not going to even ask you to smash that like button. Please subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you can tell YouTube in your own silent way that you want this type of content, that you like my channel, and that it should be kind of moving up in the algorithm. Ladies and gentlemen, something irritated the ever-loving shite out of me today. Let me tell you about it. It is about idea exchange and how people want to figure out a way to stop it. They tried stopping it in 2021. They tried stopping it in 2022. And here we are, 2023. This is what Representative Thomas Massie tweeted out earlier. Just got off a Zoom meeting with Fed Treasury, I think it says FDIC, House and Senate. A Democratic senator essentially asked whether there was a program in place to censor information on social media that could lead to a run on the banks. Go see Mr. Massey's tweet. There you go. There's the receipt, because we're not fancy here. We're live pre-recorded, so we're not doing that whole screen and screen thing. But y'all see it. Go to your Twitter. Look it up. You know, this really, it bites my ass. Okay? We elect people, and we put them in positions of power. And then they think they're our parents. Nay, nay. I don't know who the Democratic senator was, but to that Democratic senator, go bite yourself. Seriously, this is getting ridiculous. You are not our parents. You are not my father. You are not my mother. Stop trying to tell us what to do. We are not your children. We are the people that elected you and put you there to solve the problems of the United States. We put you there asking you to protect the sovereignty of our country, to protect the constitutional rights that we have, to protect our civil rights, to balance budgets, to not overspend, to not raid the Social Security fund. We ask you to do a job that very rarely gets done. And what do we get out of it? We don't get the job done. No. We get A Democratic senator essentially asking whether there's a program in place to censor information on social media that could lead to a run on the banks. We are not your children. We are taxpayers. We pay your salary. Get something real done. Make life better for the people. We, the people, are in charge. Ladies and gentlemen who believe you're in charge. You are not kings and queens. You are not to lecture. You are to legislate. You are not to legislate in a disruption of any freedoms under the Constitution or the Bill of Rights. It's not why we put you there. We put you there to get a job done, and in 50 years, nobody's getting it done. We want term limits. Make term limits for yourself. Fancy if something actually really got done. Content creators are going to create. The people of this country have the right to exchange ideas. We have the right to think critically for ourselves. We're not children. Nay, you want to think we're children, but we're not children. We're not your children. I have a mom. I have a dad. I have children myself. And I do not stand over my children's lives and say, my grown-ass adult kids, I'm not standing over their lives saying, do this, do that, do this, do that. They can handle it. We, the people, can handle talking about things. The news things. Fancy that. We can actually think for ourselves. We can actually have a conversation with each other. And nothing happens. Should be more worried if you're a politician about doing your job and working for the people. You're a public servant. Than worried about what the people are saying and what could happen because they say it. And yeah, I can espouse on this because my great-grandfather, 13 grades back, actually helped to found Rhode Island. So there you have it. We've always been a family in the mix of these things through all eras of politics and time. So there you have it. Now we're going to move on to the banking crisis. On Friday, we all know Silicon Valley Bank failed, and the Fed took it over, and the FDIC is doing the payouts to the insured accounts, and it looks like there's, I don't know, I've heard numbers, 96% was not insured, then I heard 93% was not insured, now I'm hearing 88% was not insured. I don't know, pick a number, but not everybody that banked at SVB was insured. In fact, most of the accounts were not insured. So that's how we're gonna go with that one. So over the weekend, everybody's in meetings, having what are we gonna do? And Janet Yellen came out on Sunday and said that there's gonna be no federal bailout. Nay, you're not gonna get it. So, they came to a terms, and the Fed cheat sheets, and the Fed decided that they would plug the hole for SVB. And the Fed also planned to ease terms for accessing the discount window. This is how they're going to solve all these problems. The backstop would shield banks from $300 billion of losses. Then last night, that would be Sunday night, they all started walking into the office of Signature Bank in New York City. And all the important people that run the bank were there because they failed. That bank failed. Silicon Valley Bank was the second largest bank failure since 2008. And last night, Signature Bank was the third largest bank failure since 2008. We had two huge banks failing within days of each other. We don't know if it's a contagion. Who knows? Maybe it's fixed. Maybe it's not fixed. I don't know. It's the way it is. But you You got everybody in Washington deciding what you and I can say about it. Yes, you do. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand one thing, and that is your personal economy. What you make in your check and bring home. You need to understand that you have to start living within your means, whether you like it or not. Personal austerity, if you will. Your personal income's different than my personal income. Just the way it is. My husband makes some such money, and your husband makes some such money, and they don't make the same amount of money. And how you allocate that money, how you live off of that money. Are you living solely on that check, or are you living on credit? If you're living on credit, you're living at the mercy of other people. Yes, you are. If you are living just on the money that comes into your household, you basically have full throttle control of your finances, what you're going to spend this week. If you are living on credit, now you're living on the interest rates going up. You're living at the mercy of someone else. If you have a mortgage with an adjustable rate, the ARM mortgages, every time something happens and rates go up, guess what? Your mortgage is going up too. Get a fixed rate if you're in the market for a piece of property. Insist on a fixed rate. Banks like to insist on adjustable rates. Insist on a fixed rate. We are in the beginning of, we're on a cusp of a housing crisis, as well as a banking crisis, as well as world war, as well as food shortages. You need to learn to live within your personal economy, and that is just what comes into your household in cash. Okay? You're going to have to do it, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to have to downsize your lives. Or somebody's going to do it for you. You're going to go kicking and screaming, and it's going to be involuntarily. Start doing it voluntarily. What bills can you forego? We had 3 children. They're all grown up. They got babies now. But we had 3 children. And there was a time in our lives where things were rocking and rolling and amazing and great, and everybody needed a cell phone. That no longer needs to happen. Your kids don't need a cell phone. Mom has a cell phone. Dad has a cell phone. One of those cell phones goes out with the child that's going out for the night, so there can be constant communication. Not all your children need a cell phone, okay? These are bills that are extravagant that you can really downsize from. Going out to eat all the time, you can downsize from that. If you go out to eat 3 times a week, why not go out to eat once a week? See how that works. People need to learn how to cook. People need to learn how to grow gardens. History is not a repeat. History is an echo. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are echoing 1929. If you don't know your history, it all collapsed. Then we went in the Great Depression. Then they took us to war, World War II. This is an echo, and it's a pretty eerie echo. It's very similar. You've got to focus on what's coming into your house. Money in, money out. This is how I tell my kids all the time to live their lives. Money in, money out. Pay as you go. If you don't have the cash for it, you can't well afford it. That's it. You don't have to keep up with the Joneses anymore. Bank's going to be coming to repo on the Joneses soon. I'm telling you. Get a food pantry up. Buying a little extra, that's your food security. That is the economy of your food closet, of your pantry. Everything in your life is a micro economy. People do not understand money anymore because money is in the form of a little plastic thing, and you can just go and you can get whatever you want. Do you know the average American household cannot afford a $1,000 emergency? They can no longer even throw it on their credit cards because their credit cards are freaking maxed out. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to get a little wilder. This ride that we're on, this crisis, this banking crisis, the fixes, this is going to be a wild ride. And I really, the gall of that Democratic senator to even suggest censorship again after coming off of 2 years of censorship. Shame on you, whoever you were that's not being disclosed. I wish Thomas Massey would have given out your name. Shame on you. We're not your children. We're the people that pay your damn salary. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful creatures of the world, you got to get serious. You got to get serious. You got to start looking at your finances, looking at your bills, looking at your play money, and saying, if you have any play money, and deciding what you really need and what you really don't need. We don't know where this is going. We don't know where the SVB Signature Bank crisis is going. We don't know if it's a contagion. We just don't know. It's never happened before on a scale like this. In 29, it all went. Now it's going like dominoes, a little staggered. Ladies and gentlemen, get your personal economy in order. In the 20s, every household had a garden. Just about every household had chickens. Every household was a backyard farmer. We're coming into some tight times, ladies and gentlemen. I need you guys to prepare for what is coming. I'm going to be ranting and raving about this no matter what any Democratic senator says about it. I'm going to be ranting, I'm going to be raving. We all figured out how to talk around the plague. We all learned how to talk about the arm ticket. Yeah, we did. Without saying it. Ladies and gentlemen, do your preps. Go out and buy some extra food. Put it in your pantry. Get that part of your personal economy secured. Start deciding what bills are necessary and what bills are unnecessary. Talk about it with your spouse. Because at some point, you're going to have to get rid of something or other. And it's good to have the conversation about what you both agree should go first. Learn to live within the means of your paycheck. Garden this year. Gardens are going to be a very important, integral part of what's coming. And prepare yourself mentally and emotionally. May not be a summer vacation this year. You might want to start, easing the kids into that reality. Life is going to change. Our reality is going to change. And ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be here no matter what any damn Democratic senator says. So carpe diem, beautiful creatures of the world, because no one promised you a tomorrow.